Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good evening and welcome back to the Sports Biryani Show with myself, your host, Irfaan Abrams. Now, in studio and in the biryani pot, they're making their debut. I don't know, I have always made chicken biryani. We've made masala, fish biryani. I've got two young gentlemen in studio and I don't know, sikke potpourri van biryani that we're going to be having and throwing them into the biryani pot this evening. And we're going to find out what makes them tick. I've got John McEnroy and Paul Blake in studio with me this evening. And listen to this. If you thought cycling was really taking its toll on you and you were thinking that, you know, doing the August cycle tour, 109 kilometers is quite a bit, and you know how you felt if you didn't train and you did it. Well, these guys are going to be cycling from Cape Town to Pietermaritzburg. It's going to take them something like 3 weeks to get there. Maybe a bit more, less than that, 10 days. They must be crazy, eh? I'm sure there's a motor in that bicycle. And if they are going to get there in 10 days, then guess what? That's not where they're going to rest. Then they lose the cycling kit, and that's the very soft bottom cycling kit, and they swap it for some running shoes, and then they're going to do the Comrades Marathon. 89 kilometers, if I'm correct.
89.1.
89. Oh, the 0.1 we can't forget, eh? And then they're going to run that. They're going to leave their bicycles. I don't know, eh? They definitely didn't eat out of this biryani pot because there must be something that they're eating. But guys, without any further ado, John, good evening and welcome to the show.
Good evening, Fani. How are you doing?
I can't complain. Now, I should ask you, how are you doing?
I'm well. It's great to be here. Yesterday you got so much gears.
No problem. And then we got Paul. Paul, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
All right. Just a bit of background for the people. And there's this, if I'm correct, isiXhosa or Sizulu word, Unogwaja.
Unogwaja.
Yeah. What's Unogwaja all about?
Unogwaja, it means hair in Zulu. Okay. But it's the nickname of an athlete, a legendary athlete from the Comrades from the 30s called Phil Marston Smith. Yeah. And now this Phil Marston Smith is a legend. He is a true legend.
And I believe that it's what had transpired in his experience of the Comrades Marathon that you guys are hoping to relive. And that was that he never had the finances to get to the Comrades, and he cycled. Or tell us about that background.
Well, Phil Marston Smith actually in 1930 he came second. In 1930 he almost he lost by like meters to Wally Hayward, who's one of the legends of the Comrades. Yes. Everyone knows Wally Hayward. Yeah. But if you say Phil Marston Smith, it's like Phil who?
Yeah.
In 1931, though, Phil Marston Smith became the youngest ever Comrades winner, and he was age 19, and that's still to this day he's the youngest ever Comrades winner because you actually have to be 20 now to run the event.
Yeah. So they're realizing that you tend to get a bit of more, hoe sal hulle sê, gees in die kop op die tyd to do the Comrades Marathon in the first place. So that's why they're giving guys a chance at 20 to settle in that sense. How long has it taken you guys to actually get the mindset going and then deciding, hey, we're going to do this? And I know we've got two of your buddies that are not here, and that's Veerpier van Sail as well as Lawrence van Sail that's not here this evening, and they're busy cycling at the moment. I hope they got what do they call it, odometers or lights or minus lights or something, to be cycling this time in the evening. But what made you guys do it?
Yeah, it was about 6 months ago. It was actually Veerpier van Sail. He ran the Comrades a couple of years back, and before he did it, he wanted to learn a bit about the history, and he came across the story, and he was just mulling over the story, and he just waiting for the opportunity to let it happen. And he got in contact with John, and sort of things unfolded, and now we're doing it. Yeah.
So Phil Marston was 19 years old. Your ID says 19, but guys, come on, we know that it's not 19 at this point in time. But then, are you doing it for charity? What is it, the whole idea? When are you guys leaving? Where are you leaving from? How have you guys gone about? The idea came about 6 months ago, but how have you gone about it?
Well, I mean, first of all, was just to celebrate and honor this man's life. Phil Marston Smith was an incredible dude. In 1933, he couldn't afford, as you said, to get the train fare from Cape Town to Pietermaritzburg to start the race. So he didn't just say, I'll do it next year, or we'll do it when we afford it. He said his determination said, I'm doing that race. And it was something special in that, and that just drew us towards just saying we want to do this. We want to honour this dude and makes every South African know who Phil Marston-Smith was, and that's when the Unogwaja was born.
Okay, and Phil Marston, obviously with his spirit still alive, and like they always say, those who come second, they get just lost by the wayside, and these are the lives that we want to experience as well. So have you gone and done special training for this? Because I mean, cycling, you've done the August. I hope you've done the August cycle tour this year.
I haven't.
Okay, and
it's a bit far.
You think, John? So, have you guys put in special training? What's the typical day like for you guys? Because I know the guys that are not here this evening are dentists and lawyers. Your guys' professional background, how do you fit it all in? Tell us more.
Yeah, we're all working, so we've got to try and fit it in when we can. So it means a lot of early mornings, sort of getting up at 4 a.m. and getting the light on the bike and getting out there. Mm-hmm. And yeah, just trying to every time we can get out on the road to cycle and run. And the thing is that it takes up a lot of time to cycle those distances and get the training. So we all got jobs, but we've the last 6 months we put in a lot of effort to get ready.
So what does the boss say? Is he behind you guys and says, "Alright, kom maar bietjie laat en is alright, ons weet julle is op die pad"?
No, they've been quite understanding. But I've actually just resigned from my job, so it makes it a lot easier.
A lot easier. Well, I'm going to try and think about that one in that sense. But and from your side, John, what have you been doing? Because obviously it's not even your average marathon runner or half marathon runner actually has the mindset or ability to do the ultra marathon, and that's the 89.1 kilometer Comrades marathon. You need to go through some special training, even if it's walking the full distance in that sense. And everybody will tell you a different story. You guys do realize that you're going to be cycling for about 10 days and then doing this run. You had to program your body in order to complete these two journeys.
Yeah, I think it's to program the body and also the mind, just to say we're going to finish this. I think we're all pretty determined to make it happen. And I mean, the training aspect just has been, as Blakey said, just...
Have you always been running marathons or half marathons or cycling? No?
No, not at all.
So what was the sporting codes that John loved doing besides running?
You're going to dig this, bro.
Listen, this is a family show. Eh?
Yeah. When Pierre walked through my door and told me about Phil Marston-Smith, I knew nothing about the Comrades. I'd never heard of Phil Marston-Smith. And I didn't even have a bike. And within about 5 minutes, this man had inspired me about this dude, Phil Marston-Smith, and enough to want to follow through and do it. And sort of a few weeks later, we were gifted bikes. I wouldn't say gifted, but KTM bikes got also inspired by the story, and they wanted to be part of it, and they gave us bikes. So 4 bikes were given to the boys for this campaign, and that's when it started. We started to pedal and get on that bike as much as we can, and there's no rocket science to it, as much as we can.
So what sports did John play before he decided to take on this life-changing challenge?
Blakey and I are both hockey players. We've actually spent a lot of time together. We were at varsity together. In fact, our parents go back a long way. They also played hockey together. So we've had a lot of history as friends.
So basically, you've been eating and sleeping the exact same concepts, and that's why you guys are so crazy enough to be doing this together. In any case, in that sense, I suppose.
Well, I guess. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, well,
it's better than taking a hockey stick and dribbling their way to Peter Maritzburg. It's better being on a bicycle in that sense.
It'll be a lot quicker.
That too. But let's look at the. I believe there's a charity involved, or charities involved. Tell us about that part of this whole journey.
Yeah, there are 5 charities linked to the Comrades, the Amabidi charities, and we're doing it to raise money for the charities. So
your own charities, or for the 5?
No, for the Comrades charities that are linked to the Comrades Marathon. Okay. And so throughout the race we'll be raising money for them, and John will help me out here, but it's the community chest, the Pink Drive. I'm trying to think of the Starfish
Foundation.
Yeah.
And then how does the charities work, John? Do people get to pledge? Are they pledge lines? How do they get to go about it?
There's a couple of ways. The whole campaign is going to be you can follow through redsockfriday.com. It's actually the event is a Red Sock Friday event. Subsequently, Toyota have now come on board and sponsored the event. So it's called the Toyota Red Sock Friday Unogwaja.
Okay.
So it's been incredible to see how many people have just been inspired and want to get involved. Shups. And
I'm glad the people didn't see that at home, and they're wearing these long red stockings, not socks, that's called stockings, because hockey players wear socks, but they're wearing stockings, and we're going to find out what that is all about. But did you have to register in order to raise funds for the various charities?
No, what actually happened was, as soon as this sort of idea was born, I'd done a lot of work with through Red Sock Friday with the Pink Drive, and they're a really passionate bunch of people who are raising money to fight breast cancer.
Yeah.
And in fact, it was incredible. One of the people that have been working in the Pink Drive, I'm not sure if she's listening today, but she's just been diagnosed with breast cancer, second bout, and just to see people going through that kind of pain and not knowing sort of if their journey is going to end up positively, it's nothing compared. That doing a cycle is the least we can do.
And I'm glad, and you know what, I'm actually honored to have you guys in studio, because you'd always think that it would be a female inspired charity or drive to work with Pink Ladies driving with breast cancer, but I think males and gents have a role to play as well, because at the end of the day they become our wives and they become the mothers to our kids. And you know what, I take my hats off to you guys and actually joining the Pink Drive in raising funds for them. Have you had quite a bit of response? Are there people waiting for you guys to get ready and go to inspire others?
Yeah, there's been a lot of support, and just on the Pink Drive, I mean, we've been cycling in full pink outfits for the last 6 months, so we've attracted quite a bit of attention.
Okay.
Yeah, pink outfits and red socks, but there's a lot of friends who've now heard about this, and it's really picked up sort of the media attention on us, and so it actually adds a bit of pressure now on us to make sure we cross that line. But yeah, we're really excited about it, and yeah.
Before I go into a bit more detail on the event or on the cycle and the run itself, what's the family been like on all of your guys' side, in the sense, because obviously they need to buy into it, in the sense, like you said, you start 4 o'clock in the morning. Special meals, John, because you can't be packing quite a bit of excess weight when you're going to be doing this challenge or anything. How's the family support been?
No, family support has been great for me, but my family live in England, so the meals has been a nightmare. So if anyone wants to cook me a meal, I'll be there. In fact, I haven't had supper tonight, so if there's any offers, is there a phone line here? I'm starving, actually.
Well, you know what? We're going to tell Rashida, and Auntie Abida is going to get this one ready for you. I tell you what, we've got something special for you. She'll warm it. We're not going to say what it is. It's a Cape Town delicacy.
Biryani.
No, brother, that is still mild compared to what we've got in store for you.
I've got a cycle tomorrow.
Well, it's going to give you vuma. So we'll ask Rashida to warm it up for you. I was gonna have it, and Rashida, it's a kind of a meal that we're going to give John. He hasn't eaten and he needs a bit of vuma for tomorrow. And that's what you were going to share with me. We're going to warm it up for him. Okay, he's from England, so I don't know what he knows about curries and that. So we'll sort him out in that sense. So don't worry, you come here, we'll sort you out in any case.
Thank you.
The Red Sox, Red Sox Friday. Tell us more about Red Sox Friday. If this and why you guys are wearing the Red Sox besides the pink in that sense, John?
Red Sock Friday is my passion, is what I do. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. What
sure. Basically, it's a story of I used to work in Ireland. I had a job in Cape Town with an Irish firm, and I moved to Ireland. And a really close friend of mine who actually knows Paul very well, Olympic hockey player, doctor, really inspiring dude. Yes, I'm saying dude a lot.
Well, you're from England, it's okay.
Really inspiring, brah.
Okay.
So anyway, he ended up coming to Ireland at the same time. He ended up getting a job quite a bit outside Dublin, but he met a girl in Dublin. This will have a context at some point.
Yeah.
You can... But
that's fine.
Basically, we spent an amazing year together, and after about 6 months, him and this girl went back to South Africa together. I carried on working in in Dublin. She's actually from Bahamas, lived in Ireland for 13 years. After 6 months, she was mad enough to go back with my mates. So
man.
Now they're married.
Okay, fantastic. Fantastic.
But, basically, when Ian and I, we had like a dinner to, he was leaving the next day, and we wanted to have something to honor or celebrate our friendship and remind each other, of each other and our gears and our passion.
Yeah.
So we wanted to find something we could wear or we could do or we could, I don't know, something to symbolize our friendship. And so Simo told a story from his years at school. He went to school, same school as Blakey, Grey PE, Port Elizabeth. And every year they have a memorial service, like many schools, for people that died in the wars.
Right.
And every year he would notice this one guy, an old boy who'd survived the war, and he'd come to the front of the chapel to pay his respects, and he'd be wearing red socks. And Simo noticed this every single year, and he went and asked him the one year, why are you wearing red socks? And this guy just said, him and his two best friends, before they went to war, they said if anyone makes it back alive, they wear red socks, so they're always together and they always remember each other. And we were just oh my word. And it was just like immediate. It was like, bah.
It has to be.
It has to be, and that was it. And we gave each other red socks, and from that moment, and we just chose a Friday because, why not? We can't do it every day. So we just chose a Friday, somewhere, whatever. And
it stuck.
Every Friday since 2007. No matter what, no matter where. I used to work used to be smart, used to be shaven and have nice hair. That's changed quite a bit.
but on those feet, red socks were worn.
Red socks were worn. And then more and more people in my office started wearing, my new housemate and his colleagues at KPMG started wearing it. And then one day, I just woke up and an expression we used to use at varsity, and Blake, you can remember lots of tours. Shoops. It was like an expression that your body just lit up when you said it, but at the same time, it didn't really mean much. But I always felt that word would unite people, but I wasn't quite sure how. And then one day it all made sense. I woke up in the middle of the night and I just pictured red socks all over the world map. And that's when I just...
Red Socks Friday.
That's Red Sock Friday was born. And in April last year, April the 9th, it was a Friday, obviously. Yeah. We established redsockfriday.com, and now we're in 55 different countries. We're in we've got 2,000 members in 55 different countries. People spreading positive energy around the world.
Wow.
And every sock sale on the site, part of it goes to charity. So, Pink Drive worked with us on that. And there's just been, I can't explain it to you.
I got the wrong memo because I'm wearing a red top instead of the red pair of socks. You should have sent me the other email.
What are those pink pants you've got on?
You're not supposed to say. Well, we're going to quickly pay the bills. When we come back, we'll hear more from John and Paul. Welcome back to the Sports Biryani Show, and Shoops is in studio here this evening. And with the positive energy that's being spread here this evening, I'm glad that the doors are closed because, the whole Salt River would be awake by now already in that sense. So if we come back to it, Unogwaja, hey, as you said, it means in that sense. If you talk about charities and the money you guys are hoping to raise, give us some ideas of what you had in mind and how it's going. Thus, have you started getting in some monies already?
Yeah, the campaign's been going for a while now. I mean, there's been money rolling in. John would know more on sort of what the exact details are. But the way to get involved if people are donating money is on the Red Sock Friday website, where there's money donated per kilometre we cycle.
And I've got it here, www.redsockfriday.com.
Very simple.
The Shoops is not in there, eh?
The Shoops is in here.
Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to spread the word, and they can visit the site and obviously donate on the site per se. And when do you guys hope to undertake this journey? When are you hoping to start the journey, John?
Yeah,
Paul, sorry.
Yeah, the start date is the 19th of May, so that is about 10, 11, what's it, 12 days away.
So if you look at it, the 19th of May, you're really cutting it fine here. You're going to really put your guys to the test here. 10 days, because the 29th of May, if my calculations serve me right, that morning when that cockerel crows in...
We've got to be there. We've got to be there, yeah.
Unless you speak to me, I've got connections in Durban. When that cockerel, I need to hijack that cockerel just to give you some time to get there or something, eh? So 10 days, guys. How many kilometers more or less a day, John?
It's 1,730 kilometers in total. So we're hoping to raise 100 rand per kilometer. The first sort of 3 or 4 stage. Well, the first stage we've made it quite conducive for people to join. So that's another way of people to support. We've got 50 cyclists that are able to come with us. About 20 of those places have been taken, so there's still about 30 places left. And each cyclist will donate 200 rand. They'll get a pair of red socks to cycle with us. I think Ryan and Connor, if you're listening, obviously you're going to be there. There's going to be a massive vibe. I think the few people from the comrades will be representative.
And the place where you're going to be starting from and the time?
Meet at 4 a.m.
Wait. Just wake up there quickly. 4 a.m., yeah?
Thursday the 19th of May at the Greenpoint Traffic Department opposite KFM Studios.
Yeah, Greenpoint, yeah.
And 4 a.m. be there. There'll be a lot of spirit, a lot of excitement, and it's a 75-kilometer stage to Franschhoek. So we're starting off nice and easy, and then the next few stages are going to be a bit tough, sort of around the 200-kilometer mark.
But the first stage to Franschhoek is just going to be gees and spirit, and you guys are going to have a lovely entourage.
Yeah.
By the way, your support along the route all the way to Durban, has that all been sorted out?
Yeah, there are going to be a lot of places where there's some activation points. So we're going to go into some towns and some cities where the people are going to be there to welcome us. And there's going to be a hell of a lot of chaos.
Besides that, your first aid support and that is going to be with you all the way on the route?
We've got a full crew coming with us. So we've got
Stoffel.
Yeah, we've got John's dad, Stoff, who's leading. He's going to be our manager. Yeah. He likes to wear his double-breasted suit, and he's going to look looking good.
Okay.
And so we got a physio, and we got a physio and a sports massage therapist with us, and then 2 guys who are actually doing a documentary on it. They're coming with us too.
The most epic documentary dudes ever.
But besides those 2 guys, I'm missing a link here. There must be some psychologist or some mental guy that's also going to be involved there, because he must be pep talking you guys all the way.
There's only one person that will be giving us pep talks, and that's John's dad. He's arriving from the UK. He's arriving on Tuesday, and he's so fired up. It's frightening.
It's as if he's going to be riding.
He's going to try his best to get on the bike.
Is he the one that's going to crack the whip and say, "Kom nou, manne, vinniger"? Or John, is he? I suppose he's been following it quite intensely from the UK, in the sense just to check if everything is in order, because I know, as humorous as it might sound, anything can happen, and at the end of the day, we've got people's lives that are at stake in any case. So all precautionary measures need to be put into place. And you guys feel that all that's been sorted out?
No, it's been remarkable. I mean, sometimes I have to pinch myself about all the people that have given support and offered support, from Avis giving cars, Toyota now sponsoring, providing a cash sponsor, the different people that just want to throw themselves into this project. There's a guy flying from Johannesburg just 2 days before, Dave Pritchard. He's an experienced comrades runner. He's run 9 or 10 comrades. He's done a hell of a lot of cycling, very experienced cyclist. And he's had personal experience of losing life close to him to breast cancer. And as soon as he heard about this project, he wanted to meet with me, and he wanted to get involved. And just having people like that with so much spirit, so much experience is fantastic. So I think we're very lucky to have a great team, and it's not just about the 4 of us on the bike. There's 7 people support crew, but there's also beyond the 7 people, the whole Pink Drive ladies have been working tirelessly, and not just for themselves, for 5 other charities. I think it's a great example of selfless charity work, and for me, that's what it's all about. And it's not just about them. It's about the cause. It's about Phil Marston-Smith. It's about a great South African story, and everyone's got excited about that. So everyone's really pulling in and doing their bit, and that's what it's all about.
That's amazing. Did you ever think it would be as big as what it is today, just 12 days from actually starting this journey?
It's mind-blowing to think. I mean, I was sitting near the waterfront 6 months ago when John sort of came across with the idea. But the bottom line is, if you know John, you get quite excited when things like
But
this
I don't have
happen.
to know him. I can see him already.
Because if he gets his mind to something, I mean, there's big stuff going to happen, and a lot of the work has been done by him, and there's special people have come on board, and yeah, it's crazy to see how it's grown and developed over the last few months
already. And obviously it's a rather touchy subject, in the sense you have to handle it with kid gloves when you speak about people suffering from cancer, various types of cancers, because you're not going to know what they're experiencing unless you're experiencing it yourself. So to put yourself into their shoes is always an unfair way of doing things as well. But have you come across and already met with some cancer survivors or people suffering from cancer? Have you touched lives, in other words?
Well, I know from personal experience, on my mom's side of the family, there were 6 sisters, and 5 of them have had cancer. So from a personal experience, and my uncle's recently diagnosed with cancer. So I think it's something which people are really aware of it, because it's touching almost all of our lives. People know of people, and a very good friend of mine was diagnosed with cancer at university, 2 friends actually. And so we're well aware of sort of how people sort of come across it on a daily basis. Yeah.
So just when the legs are going to feel tired, and you're going to think, there is nothing more for me to make another revolution, that's when that thought of that person is going to come into your mind, and that's when it's going to keep you going. We're going to pay the bills again. We'll be back very, very soon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back. Sports Biryani is here with you, and in this biryani pot, he's a paar mal man hier in die biryani pot. He's a But Ibrahim, I don't know, he's decided he doesn't have the red socks on, he's got the red kufia on, so he's also got the wrong script, but okay, it's red in any case, so we can work on that, John. But in wrapping up everything now, I've also had an opportunity just recently to work with Alex and Ilse with the Pink Ladies Drive, and phenomenal in what they are wanting to achieve. I know originally based in Johannesburg, they're in Cape Town, in the Western Cape now. What's it been like working with these people that's been doing it for so many years and sharing their experiences with you guys?
It's, for me, when I met the Pink Drive, it was a relationship. There was great chemistry. We just got on so well, and we matched. And I got involved in the 94.7 last minute. Nolene from the Pink Drive, her husband, he's a Comrades legend. He's an absolutely great guy. He gave me his old mountain bike, and I joined. And you get some pink wings, and wear a pink bra, and just for me, the thing about that sort of stands them apart is they just get things done. They do things. They don't just talk about it, and they want to help, and they want to make a difference. And I really believe it. I've seen it with my own eyes, and that's why the moment that this project came about, my first phone call was Nolene, and just like this thing just made sense. Nolene, it wasn't like, I'll get back to you. I'll do. We're doing it. We're with you.
Fantastic.
And it's just it just makes sense to work with them. They're great people.
Paul, first time involved with such an iconic battle with one's self, and then also obviously linking it to charity in that sense. First time you're trying out something like this?
Yeah, I think I think Virpia is the one who's got the most experience in terms of the endurance stuff, but it'll be the first Comrades for 3 of us, and so it's a big challenge.
I just want to know, did you guys get special entry? Because you have to qualify.
Hey, we qualified. Come on.
You can share with us. Come on.
These Red Sox have got like rocket launchers in. No one knows that.
I'm sure. I think
they're going to be banned next year.
I doubt it in that sense. Okay, so it's cycling to Pietermaritzburg and then doing the marathon. come on, John, what's next? I mean, you can't do the same thing next year again. What's it, climbing Everest?
Maybe.
Yeah?
Well, we can't rule anything out, but I would like to see the Red Sock Friday Unogwaja becoming an annual South African event. And even Phil Marston-Smith, there's various medals in the comrades that are associated with legends, with people that have inspired over the years. And I'd love to see some kind of medal be created for Phil Marston-Smith, the Unogwaja medal, for people who are willing to cycle from Cape Town to Pietermaritzburg and run the marathon. It's not about time. It's not about competition. It's about camaraderie. It's about determination.
If I'm correct, it's a down run.
No, it's an up run.
No. From Pietermaritzburg to Durban, it's an up run, and from Durban to Pietermaritzburg, it's a down run.
No, Durban to Pietermaritzburg is the up run. So that's we're doing that.
Yeah. Okay.
And so the first 36 Ks are, I think 90% of it is straight uphill. So it'll be a good test for our bodies after 1,700 Ks.
I just did the Safari half marathon on Monday.
Pierre did it.
And when you think about it, hey man, it's hectic in that sense.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one hell of a mental battle. But I think our minds have sort of been focused on it for quite a while now. Yeah.
Also, with your permission, we'd like to stay in contact with you guys from the time you start cycling on the evenings, finding out how you guys are doing, what messages have you spread in little townships. If that's okay with you in that sense, and then also we'll give you some some sites where you can actually Twitter. On my Twitter page that will come up over the weekend, just to stay in touch and so we can share it on the airwaves of the Voice of the Cape, because this is what we need. This is what we need to bring communities and people together, and also awesome. The special message that you guys are sending out there that the Pink Drive cancer awareness, it's becoming more apparent now than ever, and I think what you guys are doing it's awesome in that sense, and words cannot really explain what it is that you're going to be putting yourself through in order to just raise those funds and awareness where the charity is concerned. So from our side, well, with all the little bit of humor that we shared here, I know there's a lot of seriousness and lots of effort that have gone into this. So everybody from behind the scenes to your team and your support staff, to the goals that you've set yourself, may it be positive, may it always be successful. And you know what? You'll always have somebody in mind that's in having you in our prayers, and I think prayers are important. In certain cases, in a hockey game, when you're 2-0 behind with a minute left, prayers don't count. But in this case, you know what? It's going to be important, and we wish you guys well, good health and strength, and may you achieve all your successes and your goals.
Fanny, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
No, it's a pleasure meeting you guys, and I should say thanks to Alex and Ilse for obviously sharing the story with us, and see how we can make it work. So everything of the best, and you never know, I might be wearing red socks next week Friday.
Well, for sure. Are you going to join us on the 19th for our first stage? I think you have to.
I think I need to.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I have a yellow bicycle. So I don't know how that is going to
It's even better. It's even better.
Just get the yellow jersey on too.
I was thinking of pink. But fantastic, and you know what? It's only hockey guys that can do something as crazy as all this. That's it. So to all of you, once again, the guys that are not here, VP and Lawrence, all the best to them, and wish Dad well when he comes, and he's going to be cracking the whip in that sense. Guys, that was our two special guests. Thanks a lot, and have a safe journey home.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Looking forward to the food.
Oh, definitely, and I know she'll have it ready for you by the time you walk out to the studio.